you're sitting at your desk and you just have this huge, beautiful dream of building a business, but you haven't even started, and you're frustrated and you're still in your 9-to-5 job that is just sucking your soul dry. Or if you've got a business that you've been maybe building on the side of your full-time job for months or even years or even full-time, and you just can't seem to scale it or get it to the level that you want it to, right? Then listen up, because I'm going to give you 5 things that I promise you, if you do these, you are going to see so much more success and results in your business. Now, trust me when I say I have been there, and I know how frustrating it can be. There were days where I would literally cry in my car because I had businesses that just were not working. Literally, I wasn't making the money that I thought I was gonna make. I was literally getting to the end of the month with not much left for me. It was all going to my family and my kids and food and whatever. And I didn't have that financial freedom, that freedom of time and everything that I thought was part of being an entrepreneur. In fact, I thought to myself, is this it? Is this really what it's like? And I was so frustrating and I was so disappointed in myself for many years. So trust me when I say I know 100% that lack of confidence, that self-doubt, when you really just kick yourself when you're down and put yourself down, that frustration of not seeing the results, and then we end up telling ourselves a big fat lie as to why we're not good enough or we're not cut out for this. I've been there and I know exactly how you feel. So please listen up, because I promise you, this session is going to change your life. Now, look, here's the deal. You can have all the tools in the world. You can research as much as you want online, or do courses, or do everything that you possibly can. And those really help. I'm not going to lie, they really do help. But unless you make sure that your mindset, your inner world, your perception of the world and yourself is in the right place and not holding you back, you're never going to get to that next level. In fact, I wish that I had someone 15 years ago who would have helped me through this journey, right? And given me perspective. Instead of myself dragging my butt through the dirt and back for years, going on that roller coaster and not really having perspective or any idea of what I needed to do. Okay, so are you ready? Because I'm going to give you the 5 techniques that you need to drop today. Number 1, negative self-talk and lack of confidence. Now, I promise you, this topic I know is huge for so many people, and I struggled with it for years. And in fact, that insecurity never fully goes away. There are still times where I feel insecure or I'm worried about something, and we're worried about rejection or criticism from other people. But this can really impact you in more ways than one, right? The first is, we tend to, as entrepreneurs, especially in the beginning, really undersell our value because we don't have that belief in ourselves, because we don't think we're good enough. And all that does, which I did for years, you don't charge enough, you end up not making enough money in the business, it's not profitable enough, and so you can't sustain it. And all you do is end up becoming extremely frustrated because you are not compensated for the value that you're adding. And what happens is we tend to blame the world, right? Oh, these clients, they want a discount, they don't want to pay enough, like I'm so tired of this, I'm so frustrated. But actually it comes from us. The second thing is that we tend to not put ourselves out there. Now, as an entrepreneur, I can promise you that putting yourself out there will be a part of your journey. Whether it's in webinars, phone calls, going online, going on social media, pitching your service to people, you are gonna have to put yourself out there. Number 2, eradicating the blaming and excuses. Now, if there's one thing that I can really get you to take away from today, is to realize and adopt the mindset that you are 100% responsible for your outcomes. So if you are saying things to yourself like, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money to start my business, or I don't have the money to scale my business, or I can't outsource to people because I don't have the cash, I need to get this done and that done, or my to-do list is just so long, I'm never gonna get to this. then you are in a state where you are letting go control and power of your own results and success. Remember that whenever you wait for your external world to be the best condition for you to do what you need to do, right? Let's call it a cushy moment where everything is great and you're comfortable and you know that you've got endless amount of time and endless amount of money. If you're going to wait for those times to actually do the things you need to do in your business, you're going to be waiting forever. I promise you. And I've been through that as well. It's tough and you do end up waiting forever. So when you find yourself saying, I can't do this because I only have X amount of hours a day, or I can't start that business or charge that for that service because I don't know enough, or I'm working a full-time job, you are actually giving away your own power and control over your life and your business. So instead of telling yourself, why don't I ever have time? Why is my schedule so crazy? Why is all of this happening to me? I want you to say to yourself, how can I get more time? How can I make more time to do what I need to do? Instead of saying, I can't do this because of time, or I can't do that, I want you to say, is it because I won't? So change the language that you use when you speak to yourself in your mind, or even other people. Because having excuses and blaming the world for the lack of results and success that you're not seeing, or that you are seeing in your business because it's lack thereof, think about whether you are giving away your power or not, and what you need to do to take that power back, take that control back, and change the results and be the change that you want to see. Because here's the thing, your perception of the world and yourself and your emotions cause you to behave and act in a certain way. Every action you take in your business and your life will impact your external world, aka the results and the success that you see in your own business. Number 3, let go control. Oh, this was a tough one for me, and I know that it is for so many people. And this goes in 2 areas of your life, your business and your personal life. Now, if there's one thing that I can highly recommend that you do, and I know it's hard because if you're anything like me, I have really high expectations. I like things to be really good. I'm hungry for achievements and success, and I really want things to just be amazing. It's extremely hard to let go control, right? And you think that nobody else can do it the way that you can do it, right? But here's the thing. If you don't delegate and give away low impact tasks that you don't need to be spending your time on in your business, you will forever play the role as an employee. You're not going to be an entrepreneur that's driving a vision and driving what you need to in your business, aka the high impact tasks that are going to move that needle and actually make sales, right? And I promise you, with the right guidance and the right training, you can get other people to take those low impact tasks away from you, and they will do just as good a job as you, if not better. Delegating is going to not only stop that burnout, that overwhelm, but it's going to give your mind space to actually think clearly about what you need to do as an entrepreneur, the person who is driving the business, that vision, that belief, and what you want to achieve as your mission, instead of ending up like an employee in your own business, doing everything and anything. Trust me, I've been there. I had a PR business many years ago that was fantastic, and I didn't outsource anything. And I ended up doing social media, the admin, the finance, HR, networking, PR, events, and I ended up hating the entire process, actually. Not to mention, I had to work 10 times as hard, take on more clients, because it was very much a service-based business, and I didn't outsource, right? So my time was the money that I earned. And I still came out at the end of the month not earning what I wanted for a long time, until I changed that. And it was hard, because that's not the journey that we want, right? I mean, all of us became entrepreneurs because we want that freedom, we want more time to do what we want financial freedom. I want to be able to book a holiday and not have to worry about my finances, right? So not delegating and letting go control will actually cripple you in your own business. And here's a really good exercise that I do. And I think the first time I saw it was actually James Wedmore, which was brilliant. It completely changed my life many years ago. Think about what you want to earn, right, with your business. So let's say you want to earn $30,000 a month, okay, $360,000 a year, and you work on average 8 hours a day. That's around 2,080 hours a year, right? So on average, and you probably will work a little bit over 8 hours, but on average, you want to earn $173 an hour. Okay. Now you're spending time on social media, preparing emails, working on Canva templates or whatever that is, really low impact tasks where you could be outsourcing that to VAs. I mean, you get so many virtual assistants online on the likes of Upwork or whatever the case is. There's many online platforms that you can actually hire virtual assistants from around the world. And let's say, as an example, you want to get someone that can do social media. They charge between $10 and $30 an hour, depending on their skill set, right? Now you are spending your time doing those tasks, okay? Those tasks that you're doing, ask yourself, is that gonna get me to earning $173 an hour? Is working on this Canva template or this blog or my website, making it look really pretty with different colors and fonts, is that the task that's going to earn me $173 an hour? Hell no! Is doing a webinar going to earn me $173 an hour? I'm pretty sure it will. Is making that sales call going to give me $173 an hour? Yes! Okay, so put it into perspective. I know you don't want to spend money on outsourcing, but sometimes not doing that is more detrimental to your business and what you're going to earn in your business than anything. So let go of control. Outsource where you need to so that you can focus on the tasks in your business that are really going to drive it. You need to drop the need to have control over everything. It will only make you burn out. Number 4, trying to fit in. Okay. So when we start out as entrepreneurs, and even if you've had a business running for some time, we often are really fearful about potential rejection or criticism from the world. So it's really hard and uncomfortable to put ourselves out there. And I know because I've felt the same, right? You don't want to be judged or criticized, and you don't want to tell your origin story or speak about who you really are because you're scared people judge you. But what happens is, when we try and fit in and we try to be liked by everybody and validated by everybody and appreciated by everyone, and we don't want to narrow down and be really authentic about who we are, what our values are, what our beliefs are, then we just get lost in the sea of mediocrity. And what happens is, when you get lost in that sea of mediocrity and fitting in, your impact is extremely low and you don't stand out. And I promise you that your personality, what you believe, your values, and how you do things, and your story is so unique. You have to bring all of you into your business, and then you are going to stand out, because the truth is, there is no one like you. There is no one like you. You don't even have to try hard. You just have to be you and stop trying to fit in. The moment you do that, you will attract the right people to your business, the ones that are going to be with you on your journey, who are going to be loyal, lifetime customers. If you don't do that, you're going to attract a lot of the wrong people who not only cause headaches, frustration, and complain and want the most discounts, but they will make you sweat, because you will constantly try and prove yourselves to those people and get them into your community and get them to value what you do. You actually want to polarize people. So it doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter what product you have. Not everyone is going to want to work with you. And that's okay. In fact, you want to polarize people. You want to get rid of those people who don't believe what you believe, who don't value what you value, and who don't want to actually work with you. You want to keep the people that really do. So remember, you don't have to have everyone love your business, and that's okay. Okay, number 5, and this one's a really interesting one, because I still find myself doing this today despite being on this journey for so many years, and that is pretending that you don't know what you need to do. Now, I know that at the beginning of any business, and when you're just starting out, it's really confusing, right? Like, you don't know if you're Arthur or Martha, where you need to start. What is the next step? Oh my gosh, there is so many things that I need to do. I have no idea where to start. I know how overwhelming that can be. And I think there's never really a right place to start. It's about just taking one step after one another and actually getting a feel for what you want to do, getting really clear and getting that journey going, which is more important than anything. But the early stages are generally pretty messy, and there will be a lot of learnings in those phases. The key is to just get going. But what I do find also is that a lot of the time we tend to feel, or we say that, well, I don't really know what to do next. I've tried everything and I'm not getting the results. I'm not getting the sales. Oh my gosh, I put my website up. No one has come to visit it. When the reality is we actually do know what we need to do, but it makes us really uncomfortable. So we pretend that we don't, right? Because it's scary to put ourselves out there. We don't want to go on that webinar, which is actually going to bring in sales, because we've never done that. What if people criticize us? Or we don't want to network or phone people or make a sales call or do the things that we know are actually going to make our business thrive. Instead, we sit on the level of things that make us comfortable. Behind your laptop, making it your website look beautiful, or working on social media, or working on Canva templates. All of these things really make us feel comfortable, and it's a space that we'll stay in. But the reality is that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to get used to the fact that there will be lots of times where you feel uncomfortable and you just feel kind of strange and scared that people are going to judge you. And the more that you do that, to be quite honest, the easier it gets. You get used to putting yourself out there, but you will always have that. It doesn't go away. There will always be times where you will be nervous or uncomfortable with something. So when you're avoiding something because maybe you're quite fearful of what are people going to think of it, or are people going to judge me, and then you end up doing tasks that have low impact, that aren't really going to make you any money in your business or get you to the point where you want to be, ask yourself whether you're doing it just because it's quite scary. And then have the courage to stop what you're doing, stop the low impact tasks, and do what's necessary. Go for that temporary discomfort. Get that courage, because I promise you, when you come out of that, you feel amazing. So it's scary at first, but you will come out of that being so proud of yourself, and you will see the results that you're wanting to get. And with that, my friends, I say, well done. I'm so proud of you. Well done for taking the time to do this. You are doing great, and you are exactly where you're meant to be, okay? And I want to end off with one thing. Remember that the more you stand in your own way, the more you're depriving someone else who really needs your gift. And I promise you, the reason you have that dream in your heart, that gift, that passion for something that really energizes you, it's been put there for a reason. It's because you already have what it takes to do it. And it means that someone else really needs it. Your gift is needed in the world, so don't give up. Drop these 5 things, and I promise you, you will see so much more impact, so much more money, so much more freedom, and so many more results in your business than what you're getting now. Keep going. You've got this, I promise you, and I believe in you.